morning, everyone. I am here making another video, stuck in traffic as always, but I just wanted to give you a few updates. I've seen your comments on YouTube and a lot of people want me to do an update on my braces. I'm so sorry, it's been long overdue. It's been about a year and like 4 months now, or actually a year since I made that last video. But yes, I'll give you guys an update, and then I also want to talk about, I'll be making an upcoming video, something that's a little bit more personal, but I think it's really important to speak out about this because I don't know, I just didn't find a lot of videos online, I guess. But I will be having a medical procedure done. I will be needing a colonoscopy, and yeah, so I'm gonna give you guys an update, kind of the process. I need to prepare my body for that, so that's going to be in about a week or so. So yeah, just look out for that video, I guess. But today, the last video I made was about 5 things that I miss about Japan, and today I just want to talk about some misconceptions about Japan that people think. So yeah, so let's get started. I kind of wrote them down, and yes, I'm driving safe. And for those that left me comments like, oh my gosh, make sure you're driving safe, yes, I am. I mean, I'm not really moving that fast. I'm going to Pasadena. I live in San Dimas. I'm driving to Pasadena, and there's always traffic on the 210. So there's that. Okay, so the first one is, so a lot of people, obviously Japan is a very respectful culture, and a lot of people think like, oh, if I don't bow correctly, if I don't say the right thing, if I'm disrespectful, I will be shunned for life. And that's not necessarily true. As a foreigner, I feel like they give you a lot of passes, and as long as you're apologetic and you apologize and you say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way, you know, and of course do your own research and try to inform yourself on how to be perceived as respectful. That's very important. But I mean, as far as saying, oh, I'm shunned for life because I didn't bow all the way in 90-degree angle, it's like, no, not really. Just make sure that you apologize and at least try. I feel like a lot of cultures, I like spit into the camera, I'm like, oh my gosh, just make sure that you are, you know, that if you feel you weren't respectful enough, just apologize and definitely try. I feel like a lot of cultures, they give you a lot of brownie points if you try. Okay. The next misconception is that Japan is super clean. Some parts of Japan, it is really clean, okay? I do have to say that. But also here in the States, I feel like living in San Dimas is really safe and it's really clean. Like, you go to parts of the country that they are clean, okay? But then you go to the heart of the city, LA or downtown Pasadena, and of course it's going to be dirty because there's a lot of people that just throw their trash on the street. The same with Japan. You go to the heart of Osaka, you go to the heart of Japan, of Tokyo, and it's dirty, okay? So yes, there are places that is super clean, but also the same here in the States, okay? So saying that Japan is like, oh, it's this super clean country, not like, I didn't see a lot of difference. And actually I don't think so, because of the fact that they just put their trash out in the open for everybody to see. Like sometimes, like neighborhoods, they have a little designated area to put the trash in, or to just bring your bag and just set it there. And I think that's disgusting because people are walking on the sidewalks in the morning, going to work, and they see a pile of trash there. So unlike here, where we have, obviously we have a lot of more space. We have the big tubs where a big trash can comes and a big trash truck comes and takes it away. But in Japan, they're limited on space, so they don't really have that luxury that we have. But so yeah, so saying that Japan is like super clean, I beg to differ. It was clean. It was remotely clean, but I wouldn't say it was super clean. Let's see. Some people say that it's super expensive to live in Japan. Yes and no. And the reason why I say that is because it depends on your expenses, and it depends on what kind of lifestyle you like to live. For me, I'm very frugal and I don't go out to eat a lot. I go like social events and social functions and stuff like that, but like I don't eat out all the time for every freaking meal. And I feel like a lot of, and I'm not very luxurious. Like I will buy things from a thrift store if I need it. But a lot of people, they do like to buy expensive food, expensive clothing, expensive items, and that's where all the money kind of leaves. Also, they do say rent is expensive in Japan. Yes, but again, it depends where. If you want to live right in downtown of the major city, then yeah, it's going to be very expensive for a tiny little space. But for me, I lived maybe 20 minutes away from the main city, and I was able to bike there. Maybe 30 minutes I was able to bike there, and rent wasn't that expensive. So yeah, it's not, I wouldn't say it's super expensive. If you know how to budget, if you know how to be frugal, I feel like Japan, it actually turned out to be a lot cheaper living in Japan than here in California. So let's see what else. Okay, another misconception is that trains will take you everywhere. And yes, I do have to say that their transportation system, it is a lot more developed than here in the States. But saying that trains will take you literally everywhere is a misconception, because it does not. Trains run in the heart of the city and a little bit outside of the city to take, I guess, people back home to wherever they live. But if you go to like more on the countryside, more outside of the city, the transportation becomes very limited. You would have to take buses, you would have to take sometimes even taxis. But saying that the trains will take you everywhere, if you're touring, then yes, it will take you everywhere, because who wants to go to the countryside? But if you want to go like to the main attractions, to the main cities and stuff like that, yes, it will take you. But to say that it takes you everywhere, there are some cities that are still developing and the trains won't take you there. So, and then the last one I want to say is that everyone is healthy, and that yes, the population is remotely skinny, like they are skinny people, but the reason for that, I wouldn't say is because of the food. Yes, their cuisine is healthy, but something that I've noticed is that they eat a bunch of rice, and the vegetables are sometimes very little. And they have a lot of fried food. Okay, so if people think like, oh, people don't eat unhealthy things, yes, they do. They eat a lot of fried stuff. When I was there, a lot of people would be packing their little bentos, their lunches to take to work, and a lot of it was fried. But in a lot of it, you know, they also have fast food. They have McDonald's, they have Burger King, they have pizza. Like, they love all of our, not mine, they're all of the fast food industries is booming in Japan. But the thing that makes them healthy, I think, is how active they are. Is they walk a lot. They walk to the train station, they walk to the bus station, they ride their bicycles. They're very active, and I think that's where they lose a lot of that weight, or a lot of that fat, I guess. Yes, their cuisine is healthy, but I wouldn't say, oh, it's so healthy that's why they're skinny. No, the reason why they're skinny, and they eat a lot of rice, and they eat a lot of pasta and bread, and what's it called? Less vegetables than we do, but it's because a lot of them walk and a lot of them use that energy, and that's the reason why they don't get fat. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about those misconceptions. I was just thinking about that while I was driving. But yeah, if you want me to talk about anything else, make sure to give me a comment, leave me a comment down below, or even message me if you want, like, hey, how was this like, and hey, how was your experience with this, and hey, what do you think about this? Have a lot of time in my hands. Sometimes I do, because I'm also a student and I'm getting my master's in my credential, which is another different topic. But yeah, guys, hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.